Good evening and good day. My name is Lydia Alicia, and welcome back to Bendy and the Dark Revival. Today, we will be finishing out the main story and kind of seeing how this all ends. Oh, this is not where we left off. Oh yeah, I think we had to get off the train first. I'm looking at you and your very interesting composition here. I don't think I will. I do as I please. I am Lord Amok. You are my subject, if anything. Toon Garden, New Flesh, Studio East, Stoneshire, Little Heck, Death Lake. Little Heck is on time, apparently. I know they were talking about making like 2 or 3 more games, and I wonder if we will see some of those places in the next game or other games. Can I not banish him? That'd be cool if we could. Then what's down this way? Oh, street exit. Well, this then seems. Oh, hi, Puff. Sorry, your tail's kind of in my way. So this is then track 77. Weird. Okay. Old track 77 is a quiet place these days. Ever since that terrible crash a few years back, people don't like to hang around. Too many strange things keep happening on this platform. Last week, one of the railmen told me they had reports of some train going through that wasn't on the schedule. There were figures standing in the cars, staring through the windows, but it never stopped to let no one off, just kept going straight through. Some say it was the Silver Lane Express, the train that crashed. Kitty Thompson. Huh. Ghost train. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were waiting. What the?
The demon's
Oh.
evil continues to spread. This world has begun to shudder.
Be quiet.
What did you say?
I said, shut the fuck up! Weapons are not allowed to be on this plane. Please place all weapons and contained ink on the holding desk to your right. Okay.
Will stand in the designated location. Lethal object detected.
Thank you.
Subject will submit
Oh.
all weapons for further screening. Disarm now.
So that makes me wonder, like, why they thought the, like, that seeing eye device that Allison gave us in the last game was contraband.
Subject is cleared for entry.
Oh, it'd be so cool to take the Tommy gun, that'd be nice. That's cool, the Tesla coils with the different colors. That's interesting.
Welcome to the civilized world. How do you like my signal towers? They nullify the ink demon's powers so he cannot pass them. I wish I could say I invented them, but it seems our friends at the Gent Corporation had a demon problem of their own long ago.
Oh, pfft. That's a lie. What the hell?
And now, my dear, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot to prepare. We'll talk later, I promise. Besides, you must be very tired. A quick rest will do you good. Betty will show you to your room.
I don't
She's
like
my
Betty.
housekeeper, among other things.
You
I don't want to know.
actually killed the ink demon, did you?
No, he's too powerful to destroy. So we sealed him away, trapped him in a different form. One that was smaller, harmless.
Bendy.
It was a fitting prison, although he seems to have found a way to free himself. But enough talk. We'll deal with that soon enough.
There's some nice fresh blankets all laid out for you. You'll be dreaming in no time.
Wait, Wilson? One more thing. If you needed my help, why didn't you just ask?
Would you have believed me?
Yeah, it's a kind of a
This
good
way
point.
now.
Okay.
Oh, you're here at last. It's so exciting finally having you with us. Now, to give you some bearings, we're currently standing in the south wing. Wilson's laboratory is downstairs. And then there's the north wing. The ink demon got in there a while ago. And ever since, we've had to keep the north wing locked up tight. I'm afraid it's fallen into ruins by now. All those juicy, lovely books gone to waste. Only keepers go there these days, and they'll tear you apart limb from limb if Wilson isn't with you. So, mind your distance and you'll be just fine.
Aw, big fluffy cat.
It's not very often I have guests to look after, especially one I can actually talk to. Almost everyone here either can't speak or they're completely mad.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I think there's probably a handful that aren't, but not many. Okay, that is a mask. Like, that's not her actual face. Cause like she's got like a hairline thingy along her mask. Okay, we'll go with it.
You should see where I sleep. Ugh. But this room, oh, just perfect. I saw to every detail. Bed is clean. The bathroom is on the left. Sorry about the stains. I did try my best to get them out.
Stains. Pinch of salt, cocoa powder, chamomile, soybeans, Gilson. Mix everything in a glass and then drink it with exactly 3 sips of water. Okay. That seems very important. The Mug and the Maiden, Volume 1, by Sir Wilton Moore. Chapter 1, The Dangerous Forest. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there lived a mug of cheese. But it was not an ordinary mug of cheese as you would find in any home or kitchen of the age. No, this mug of cheese was a distant descendant of one of the 3 grand Flagon kings, the same kings who had charged on horseback to defend their capital city during the unforgettable conquests of the previous century. To which of these Flagon kings he hailed from, the Mug was unsure, but still there was honor and courage in his heart. His family line heralded of deeds long past that had forever changed the course of Stoop history. Did he have a name? Of course. All mugs of cheese have names. This is common knowledge, just as every fruit bat is really named Stanley. The mug of cheese was named Richter the Cracked. What a name, I can hear you say. Cracked indeed. This mug of cheese bears no damage that I can see. Fall silent, you small-minded bass, for therein lies our intriguing story. Let's begin at the beginning. It was a hot winter day in the forest, one of those days where everything is dull brown. The lake was still, the birds had shut up, and the trees were but sticks in the overcast sky, save for a lone pine that skimmed the clouds above like a painter's brush. It was on this day that Mr. Darble Moose was in a hurry. He had just been named as Vermin of the Year by the society brethren that lived under the old church, and it was customary for the honoree to bring fine port wine cheese to the ceremony. There were only hours to locate some of the precious cuisine. Fortunately, Mr. Darble Moose knew exactly where to find it, the dark cellar below the governor's castle. But unfortunately, as he approached the loose plank of wood in the old wall, he failed to realize that the heavy rains that had come during the night had passed moisture into the plank, making it far heavier than usual. Thus, when he pushed the plank with all his might, it shifted just enough to push his body only halfway through. But his strength just couldn't contend with the weight of the plank, and his arms failed. The plank snapped back down, crushing him flat. Okay. I don't know what this has to do with anything. How long does this go on for? Oh my gosh, this is volume 1. Sadly, I must inform you that there is no relation between Richter the Cracked and the rodent who is now nothing more than smooshed guts inside the wall. Except that there is, for it was the death of Mr. Darble Mouse. Mouse, not moose, oh my god. That started all of the trouble. You see, when things die, they tend to smell, and that's just what Mr. Darble Mouse did. What? Rita was by far the best looking creature in all the governor's county. There was a beautiful deer woman just over the hill, but no one knew that. Was this written by AI? I'm so confused. Oh dear, the story has barely begun, and already we've killed 2 major characters. What? Needless to say, Rita was deeply distressed by the whole thing, but 20 or so minutes later she realized she couldn't mourn forever and went to buy some cheese. Ah, yes, don't worry, dear Rita. This time the mention of cheese will probably guide us to meeting our focal hero of the tale. Also, this is a good time to start a new chapter. What? This has nothing to do with anything. I'm not gonna read this anymore. If y'all want me to read through it, or I find in my next playthrough of this game that there just is something very important about that story, I will go back and finish it, but like, at this point I just don't see why or like what the importance of that would be. So yeah, I don't know.
Did you have any questions?
Is it always night here?
It's always dark, if that's what you mean. For as long as I can remember.
Are you very old?
No. As far as I understand it, I'm something quite new. Although, I didn't turn out the way I was supposed to. One in a long line of failed experiments. But Wilson will keep trying.
And do you trust Wilson?
This is the realm of the ink demon. The shadow hangs over us all. I don't trust anyone. But Wilson takes care of me, keeps me safe. He once said I remind him of something he called his mother. Tell me, is that a good thing, where you two are from?
It really depends, ma'am. It really depends.
I don't think I ever had one.
Well, no matter. Now, I was told to make sure you get some sleep once you got here. So get nice and comfy and relax. I left something on the table that might just help you nod off. It's my own recipe. Works very fast. Just follow the instructions. Carefully.
Thanks, Betty.
Of course. If you need anything else, I'll come straight away. I'm always up.
What's a Gilson?
What is a Gilson? Okay, we gotta find a Gilson, whatever that is. Is there a Gilson in here? Okay, we're not gonna do that. Why? That doesn't even have like a proper seat. Like that's what the toilet looks like when you put the secondary lid part up. I don't know. I regret everything that just happened. So we'll get some motivation here, I would think.
Machine speaks to me, revealing its many possibilities. What I can accomplish using its power is beyond any measure. Life and death can become a thing of the past. Poverty and hunger, a distant memory. I can remake the world anew. But does the world deserve such a gift? For now, I have bigger matters at hand. A man in a black coat came asking at the front desk about the machine. Said he was from the Gent Corporation. Fortunately, the receptionist knew nothing, and he left quietly. Later, I found his name on the sign-in form. Mr. Alan Gray.
So that was the CEO of the Gent Corporation. I mean, to be fair, he did list in the contract that like any assets from the ink machine, including the ink machine, but did belong to the Gent Corporation if Joydo Studios were to shut down, which it did. Let's see, library. Let's see, what can we find? Theory about spaces. Alan Gray. Oh, interesting. Chapter 7. Spatial displacement of unknown elements. Let us imagine a long wire stretching between 2 points in known time. We will call this length of time the euphonic base. From here, we can dispel all needs of societal normalcy and all typically understood junctions of the world we know as the present. Once the euphonic base is achieved, it creates a shared understanding that there must be space around the wire. That is not the wire itself. This space, a Cromley vacuum, could be in itself a host of many wires running in as many directions as we can perceive, creating a vessel of flow, a flux break. We can escape from our wire to another wire. This allows us to not just reveal these alternate timescapes, but command them with a larger understanding of their existence. Further still, in theory, we can bring elements of one world into another, displacing matter into a new state regardless of the current host's wire's rules. The reality and function of the elements becomes a new euphonic base.
Nothing here.
Nothing here. A lot of boring nothingness. The Gilson fish. This is one strange little fish that is pretty hard to come by. The Gilson is not known to be easy to catch and will ignore most bait. To make matters worse, the Gilson can move very fast, making it a rare sight. In the end, I was able to snatch me up this little guy with a very clever solution. Apparently, the Gilson is sensitive to sound vibrations and will go into shock upon hearing some sweet music. So crank up the tunes and this fish will be easy to grab. Crush up the Gilson into powder and stir into water for a powerful soothing drink.
So I'm looking for
Or
a fish?
alright. I'm guessing this is it.
That's a fish.
Yeah, that's a Gilson. Alright.
Maybe if it was closer.
Oh, no, don't push it back. There.
That did it. Looks like the fish is asleep.
Yoink.
Gotcha. You can't get away from me, you little stinker.
You little dinker.
Hello?
I forgot the Gilson again, didn't I? And there's some already ground up in the kitchen too. I'll bring it up to your room straight away, shall I? Oh, and maybe you could put Harold back in his tank. He does so hate the dry air.
Ah, there it is.
Now, just 3 sips of water.
I feel like something bad's gonna happen when we do this. If your water is black, unless it's like that
2.
black water, I wouldn't drink it.
3.
Oh! Well, it's good to see Alice again. I was wondering when she would pop up. I figured we were gonna get to see her again at some point.
Awake at last. I was almost afraid you'd miss my party.
What's going on?
Oh, it seems you're just a little overwhelmed. It's all right, honey. I understand. It's not every day one gets to bask in the glory of an angel.
Angel?
Alice Angel, to be exact. That's who I am. Sent from above. Impending perfection.
What do you want?
Right to the chase. I like that. The truth is, honey, you're one of a kind. And to put it bluntly, what I want is your face removed, your skin peeled away like paper, and your insides torn out and tossed onto my table. Custom parts, ready for my delicious harvest. And with your generous sacrifice, I'll be beautiful. But for now, let's have fun. Plenty of time for a bloodbath later. Ooh, how about a game? Let's all play a game of riddles.
Riddles? What a wonderful idea!
No.
All right, honey. Here's the deal. Behind you is the door to freedom. But it will only be opened if you solve my little puzzle and return to your special chair. Then I'll throw this heavenly switch here. If you get the puzzle right, you walk away. Get it wrong, you fry. Let's begin.
Interesting. Oh, I love how they upped her design in this one. Like, not that she didn't look bad before, but I love how they, like, changed her face. Like, she looks so much more like a person. Not that she didn't before, but still.
My friend the bear always sits next to the bird. After all, they went to school together.
The fox has always hated the bear. They never sit next to each other.
The bird won't have anything to do with the rabbit, but I hear he likes to court danger by sitting next to the fox.
So, bird and bear and fox.
The fox thinks the rabbit smells of elderberry.
I couldn't see them sitting together.
So that's a contradictory thing, so they can't.
The rabbit never sits with the bird, but he loves the playful company of the bear.
So, rabbit and bear.
Pompous fox? Well, he wouldn't be caught dead sitting on the left. Far too pedestrian.
Wait, so that was a fox doing that?
Fox?
Fox would be all the way on the right then. Okay. I think that might be right. We'll say yes. Let's get cooking. No reaction to that at all? Okay. Alright, hopefully we did that right. I think we did.
Hold on tight, honey. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I'm sorry everybody else kind of died, but at least we get to open the door here. That's good. Yes, nobody likes a party pooper, but at the same time, you like to play unfair. Oh, gosh. Dang. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay, perfect. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. I don't like the amount of hidey holes in this area. That makes me wonder if we're gonna have to run into, mini butcher gang members or something. Something that's gonna make us very, easy to hit. Okay. Alright. Not sure what this is gonna do, but we'll do it. Lock 2. So what are we unlocking? Oh goodness. Ah. I'm not sure what this is gonna do, but hopefully it'll do something helpful. What are we unlocking? Oh, that's just the door. That's just the way out. Okay, that makes more sense. Ooh.
Final curtain, baby. Let's blow them away.
Yeah, isn't this familiar?
My face. You have my face. It's our face. Beautiful. Always were.
And that's just so sad, because it's like, oh, I mean, texture error down there, but Oh well. Can't believe they never
Right,
fixed that.
Audrey?
That's so funny.
Alice, I cannot begin to tell you how good it is to see you. And this must be your wolf.
Audrey, meet Tom. He's my protector. My friend.
No.
You both got here just in time. Now I understand why you don't like being called Alice.
The machine creates many of the same forms. At least on the outside. On the inside, we're all pretty different.
Well, from now on, I'm gonna call you something other than Alice. It just doesn't suit you.
Oh? What do you have in mind?
How about Allison?
It's not bad. Okay, I'll try it out. But only if you can tell me what in heaven's name you're doing in Wilson's retreat.
Wilson, I almost forgot. I have to get back right away.
Are you crazy? Wilson's our enemy.
Do you even know him? Have you ever talked to him?
I've seen what he's done. That's good enough for me.
Look, it sounds like he has a plan to kill the Ink Demon. For good. And I think he can help us all. I just need to go back and hear him out.
Well, if it's true, you'll both need as much help as you can get. The Ink Demon won't go down without a fight. Tom and I will gather some of our friends. Anyone who's left. Good luck, Audrey.
You too, Allison.
Mind if I take this?
Hell yeah. Suit up. The fact that the two Alice Angels, Allison Pendle never really wanted to replace Susie Campbell. And yet, obviously you see Susie resents her for being more perfect and more beautiful for the role. So it's just interesting to kind of see, her actually react to that, because she didn't really do that in the first game. Beautiful people run this world. If you have brains or talent, you may just sneak through the gates. But with a pretty face, every door opens. The crowds bow to you. They ask your name. They want you to attend. They ask you to speak. A silky voice with gorgeous lips is everyone's weak spot. I was reborn with my perfection stolen from me. To get it back, I'll rip this rotted world apart. Angels are beautiful. Angels are beautiful. Alice Angel. It's interesting to see Susie butcher Alice Angel's inferiority complex at being replaced. How it's kind of showing up in that sort of way. Ugh. No more flow. He seems kind of stuck, so I'm just gonna go this way. Oh, really? Okay. Hopefully this doesn't reset him. I think he's just stuck in that spot. Which, I mean, I'm fine with, I guess. I don't care. Honestly, that's probably better for us right now anyway. Oh! Just keep going back that way. You are no longer needed here currently, sir. Dear Alice, I don't know if you will read these notes, but I'll keep leaving them for you. I hope someday you'll understand my words, and the madness will fade from your mind. In this strange and dark place, we can find light and purpose. We are not left to just wander alone, craving beauty, power, and other meaningless things. Even the heart of someone feeling incomplete can discover joy. We're not lost, we're merely waiting to be found. We are so much alike, formed from the same mold. We're like sisters, you and me. I wish you comfort and the wisdom to let your heart melt into happiness. I won't give up trying to reach you before it's too late. A friend.
This music box could make a good distraction if I can fix it.
They said he killed my lord. They said the ink demon fell. They said I was a false prophet. But I say my lord lives. But I say he will return. But I say you better watch your back, Mr. Wilson. Can I get an amen? Oh, that's a Sammy note. Okay. Oh god, okay, fine. Okay, ow. Ouch, okay. Well, hopefully. Oh god. I'm just gonna go in here. No need to follow me. Oh, perfect, okay. So there's...
That's all the pieces for the music box.
That's all we need. So we just need to fix it. Oh! Ooh. So close. Okay, so now we just need to fix it. So, I mean, we got the checkpoint for that, I guess. I guess that's good. Okay.
Fixed. Now I just need to find a good place to put it.
It's been years, and my face is still a mystery to my co-workers. They don't know me. They avoid me, as if I carried some infectious disease. At first, this was an insult, but now it is a gift. With the right costume, I can play the part of anyone. I can go completely unnoticed, hidden amongst the shadowed walls, as a clerk, an artist, the producer, or even a lowly janitor.
Huh. So he's playing the part of the janitor. He's not actually a janitor? I'm confused. That's interesting. Such a pain because they kill you in like 2 hits. So it doesn't really make sense to try and run past them because they can run faster than you. And they can kill you in 2 hits. And I'm really only 1 hit away from death right now because health doesn't regenerate when you die for some reason. Okay, let me set that there.
There goes nothing.
Ah, I see now. Ah, sweet. Thank God for the little miracle stations. They always work. Okay. Alright, that's all the way open now. I mean, that was kind of my fault for not making a run for it. Alright, we did it. Yay.
There you are, thank goodness. Wilson's waiting for you downstairs in the laboratory when you're ready. But first, can I get your help with something?
Sure.
Normally, I wouldn't ask this of a guest, but with all that's happening, I can't sneak out and get things like I usually do. Do you think you could pop round to the farmer's market back in town and find me a few ingredients? We're running quite low in the kitchen, and I was hoping we could all celebrate tonight with a lovely supper. Won't take but a moment if you go by train. Up to you. No pressure.
Subway. Ooh, okay. When you need to travel, take the train. Catch the subway when you need to travel between Wilson's Retreat and downtown. The next train is always on time. Okay. Sure. Alright, I'm guessing... Oh, for Betty. Okay. I remember looking at that earlier. Alright, no, I guess we just go back to where we came. Yeah, gotta go through fucking customs every time you come back in here. Alright, well that took less than
You're a
5 minutes,
miracle
so...
worker.
Yeah.
Truly. Oh, I only wish there was something I could do for you.
Food,
Oh,
please.
wait. I spotted something in the fountain yesterday. Don't know what it's for, but you're welcome to have it. You better go see Wilson downstairs. He's been waiting ages.
Oh, you get a memory. Interesting. Alright, and which way is the laboratory? I think the laboratory was down here. Hi, I'm back again. I ran out of time during the last section of this video, so I had to come back a different day to record some more, and lo and behold, we are now in the Halloween Ink Demon's Eve time of year. Apparently there's going to be new achievements that we can unlock before the event is over. Otherwise, we have to wait a whole another year for it to come around again. So this will be open from October 23rd, which is today, through Halloween, October 31st. So we'll see if maybe we can unlock some of these achievements. It looks like there's 3 in this second game, Bendy and the Dark Revival, and I think there's 1 in the original game that we just finished. Well, first things first, we will finish Chapter 5. And it looks like they did a bunch of patching too, so the Steam achievements should pop up as they normally would in any other game. There was a whole list of stuff that they changed and fixed. And then looks like they did a whole quality of life update for the original game, so that'll be nice. Maybe I'll go back and check that out when we do the Halloween stuff. Alright, so we're just gonna continue where we were, and if I remember right, we were going down to Wilson's lab. I wonder what they added, if it was just texture stuff. Ooh. It's color. I'm just so used to the piss yellow. A lot of new colors. Oh my goodness, it's bright. Bright and shiny. This feels like that scene in the 3rd Thor movie where they start singing Pure Imagination with all the different colors and stuff going on. There is no life I know when compared to pure imagination. I'm sure those are the lyrics, most definitely.
Audrey, you made it. Good. Come inside, my dear. We have much to discuss.
Oh, there he is.
But make sure you're ready. Where we're going, there will be no return until we've accomplished our mission. Thank you for coming all this way. The Ink Demon is a formidable foe. To truly destroy such a monster, he must be dethroned, humiliated. For months now, I've been working on something that will do exactly that. Cast out the demon and put a new deity in his place. Stronger, more powerful, and controllable. Together, we just need to unleash our ultimate weapon. Come, let me show you my creation. Isn't he beautiful? Simple but elegant. A treasure. Powerful beyond anyone. The Ink Demon will fall, and we can have peace
I don't know about that.
at last.
It could work, but it sounds risky. How will we control him? We don't want to repeat Joey's mistake.
No, we don't. All the factors must be perfect. The right design, the right science, and the right soul. At last your purpose is revealed, Audrey. This is why you're here. With your soul inside him, my creation will live forever.
Stay away from me. You're insane.
Come now, Audrey. Part of you knew this was your path. Leave yourself behind and ascend.
I thought you said we needed to save your father. I thought you had a plan to send me home, to make everything right.
I lie.
Well, in that case.
My father is beyond hope. Perhaps you know him. Nathan Arch, owner of Archgate, industrial genius, business tycoon. For years I've lived in his reaching shadow. He always had time for the grand creatives of the world, the doers, as he called them. He knew only the best, the biggest thinkers. How could his lowly son ever hope to compete with that? But now, thanks to you, I can. No need to struggle. My signal prevents you from using those devilish powers of yours. And more importantly, keeps the ink demon from getting in. It's time to die, Audrey, and live again as a god.
Maybe I don't want to be a god.
No, not this time.
Ugh, all the bits. Ew. Ugh. Cut into him there, and alright. Subject accepted. Okay, I guess that's good enough for that machine. So, that happened. Is there anything in here that I would like to steal with me now that I've committed a murder? This might be, weirdly sad or weirdly funny. We'll see.
I decided to go for a walk this morning. Took a little stroll down to the park. Enjoyed the warm sun for a while. Found a quiet bench. Even grabbed a hot dog. It's been ages since I've done that. Tessa would kill me if she knew I've been off my diet. When I got back to the office, I stopped by the animation department and said hello to the troops. My gosh, they're getting younger every day. Either that or I'm just getting older. It all made me realize time is moving on. The hard struggles don't seem as dire as they used to. Life has other value. I think I'll go home early today. Maybe I'll even pick up a hot dog for Tessa.
Oh, that's really sweet. And yet Wilson is just not mentioned at all. Like, I mean, crap on him as much as we want. Like, he really did not care for, like, he does not, he hardly mentions that he even has a son. Let's see what monster we've created.
You were birthed from the darkest shadows. Born. It's time to ask the question.
What question? Oh boy. Well, that's not good. Oh, he's like a monkey spider. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like that. Alright, this might take some tries, but we'll try it anyway. Charge me back up. Whoop. Come on. Perfect. Do exactly that 2 more times. Ah! What the hell? Oh. Okay. Ooh, ouch. At least that didn't hurt me as much as I thought it was going to. Perfect. Launch it right there. Perfect. Oh! I did not hear him get up. No, there's an invisible wall. Man, I can't charge her up. What the hell? Not really sure what I'm supposed to do now. Hey, I was looting here. Excuse me, sir. Ugh, he's got the same creep factor as Wilson does. Ugh, don't be twerking at me like that. Okay. Alright, so I guess we gotta wait till he does this the third time. Start swinging it around. Yep. Whoop. Banish. Oh, he ripped my legs off. Get him, Bendy. Get him. Back to the drawing room you go. Ooh. Oh, see, there's the achievement pop. Okay, they did fix that. That's good. Oh. I don't remember him having, like, horse hooves for feet.
It's time. Your road is broken.
It's not really as much the road as it is my legs.
And give in to your suffering. You have nothing. You are without purpose.
I'm just without legs. I'm good.
Was a terrible lie. You're a mistake.
Okay, no, that's a little hurtful. Pot calling the kettle black, but okay. Yeah, okay, at least you make the comparison.
But I will make you strong. I will make you meaningful. It's time.
Damn, I got eaten.
The daughter of truth. The power of a demon.
Oh no. Are we Bendy?
What's happening to me?
There's always a choice. I know you're in there. Deep behind that evil face. Inside somewhere is my little girl. My Audrey. My greatest creation.
I'm scared. I don't know what's happening.
The past doesn't define you, nor the present. In the end, all those years ago, Joey Drew finally succeeded. He created life. But Audrey, you're so much more than that. You were his family. His daughter. My daughter. And I love you so very much.
Be
Audrey. Remember.
Your words are wasted. The failure of Joey Drew dies.
Wait, so is this actually Joey Drew, or is this still the ghost?
You don't have to be this anymore. It's never too late. Just a pencil and a dream isn't enough. You have to have heart.
The future is sealed. What do you think you're doing?
I'm starting over. This is the end.
Hell yeah. Rebel. Ooh. What a twist. We get to be giant rage monster. Hell yeah. Boom.
Just a
I feel like I'm supposed to be fighting them, but like born to clear, I guess. Got the weirdest looking ass. Hell yeah. Allison coming in clutch.
Allison! Audrey! Is that you in there? Come on! Keep moving! We'll get you through! Tom! Make us some trouble!
Hell yeah. Steve! Hell yeah. Alright, let's run! Alright, let's go! Woo! Oh, Porter! It's Porter!
I got this! Just keep fighting!
Demon rise!
Wait! It's a Sammy!
Lord, the dark puddles! It's time to believe!
Oh! Sammy, no!
Keep going! We'll be alright! Good luck, Audrey!
I'd say I'd love to keep going. The door's not open though.
Dead end! Now what?
Need some help?
Henry, you came!
Ooh.
Some battles are worth fighting.
I can kind of see you.
A million times.
This is so,
Come on.
trying to.
I found a projector up ahead. Run for it.
Perfect. There we go. I was trying to get a good angle of him, but that camera angle was not doing it.
Well then, we'll just have to do better next time.
Yeah, next time when the cycle starts again. Oh, they got the butcher gang here too. Weird. Okay. Was I supposed to? Am I supposed to do something? Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Are we gonna flashbang ourselves here? Yep. Damn, I gotta put a photosensitive seizure warning on that one.
father once told me that just because we're born of darkness doesn't mean we belong to it. We're always free to choose. And here, at the very beginning, there's a choice to make. My father's cartoon world was now mine, to rule, to watch over, and to protect. I can make the cycle more bearable for my friends inside.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But as for me, I'm the first of my kind. Born of ink, but living in flesh. Joey's world is escaping into ours. So, what's next?
Yay!
Who can really say?
He's okay. Love me some cool credit scenes here, so that's... I'm gonna let this play out, but... again, another awesome game from Joy Drew Studios. This was great. This was a really, really good follow-up to the first game. It really added an extra layer of depth, I think, to the universe, which I always appreciate from these types of things. I feel like they backtracked on quite a few elements, though. But I'll go into that more when I do my second playthrough. Like, I get they were trying to make Joey like a controversial type character, where like instead of just the kind of the one-note villain that he was in the first game, which I think they did decently. But like sometimes a villain can just be a villain. Like sometimes they don't have to have a secret good side or a secret bad side. Like they can just be like Ben, be like the Ink Demon, just be a villain. Which I mean, I guess that was kind of what they were going for, is to just have the Ink Demon be the villain and then have Joey kind of be a controversial anti-hero type. I don't know, it's just interesting because then she was like, yeah, the world my father created, which the world her father created, you know, stepped and killed and stood on the backs of people on the way to build that world. He took credit for Henry's work, because you know it's been indicated many times that it was actually Henry who created Bendy, so he took credit for that, and by extension probably took credit for a lot of different stuff that wasn't his. I didn't see any Halloween elements, but maybe it's a setting you turn on or something. I'll have to take a look. But no, this was a ton of fun. I had a really wonderful time. Looks like we got the archives option now. Go take a quick look, peek-see at that. The archives. Welcome to the archives. Bendy in the Dark Revival is filled with numerous characters that each had a critical role to play in the progression of the game. Here in the archives, you will learn a bit more about them in an up-close and personal way. Feel free to explore. Yeah, stop yawning. Indeed, the iconic imp was redesigned for Dark Revival to stand out a bit from his traditional cartoon appearance by giving him a full suit of clothes. I was wondering about that, because I feel like otherwise that he would have just looked naked. He posed some minor challenges, specifically creating a face that sported the classic Bendy eerie smile, but still managed to be heartwarming in the right conditions. I think they did a fantastic job with that. Like, they made him being able to have emotions while still keeping the smile. He is a fan favorite, so his design had to be just right. True. During production, we originally envisioned Bendy to talk with a series of cute squeaks to contrast the dark, low voice of the Ink Demon, but this turned out to be very distracting, and the idea was scrapped pretty early on. It's interesting because if you watch any of the cartoons on the Joy Drew Studio YouTube channel, he actually does like make little squeaking sounds. So I don't know. It's just interesting that they were considering that for the game, but ultimately scrapped it. Joy Drew Memory. The man, the legend, the memory. Creating this version of Joy Drew was both an exciting and daunting process. It was clear from the start that this Joey would be different from the one from the original Bendy and the Machine game. Oh, see that? Okay, this makes more sense. This was a man with all the guilt from a past life, but without the experience to fully understand it. The real Joey Drew made many mistakes, but ultimately learned from them. This doesn't absolve him of his sins, but at the end of his life he was able to help correct some of them and help fight the darkness he created. Interesting. Betty, a faithful maid, among other things. I don't want to know what the other things are to Wilson. Betty was an important character to the story of Dark Revival as a failed experiment and someone relatively new. Relatively new to the cartoon studio, she was able to give a somewhat different point of view on the state of the world. We have purposely left it unclear if Betty was in on Wilson's plot to harvest Audrey or if she is just a bystander. Behind her mask, there are still answers to be found. Interesting. Yeah, I want to know what her face looks like. Probably awful. Or maybe she has no face. That would be terrifying. Haunted by the impossible shadow of Nathan Arch, Wilson sought to achieve something that would make his father proud. By luck, he stumbled upon the ink machine and was able to become the cartoon world's new master. Holding the cycle in place, he continued his experiments that could not be fully realized until the ink demon was purged. However, unnaturally entering to and from the ink realm has taken a toll on Wilson's physical being, slowly robbing him of his health. Oh, interesting. That's why he's all, gross. The unknowing daughter of an animation pioneer, Joey, Audrey has blocked out the memory of her past after losing her father, but his role in her life was not over. A talented animator and artist, her skills landed her a job at Archgate. Was it fate that led her to reunite with Joey Drew's machine, the machine of her birth, or was it planned? See, that's what I want to know. That sounds interesting. Nathan Arch Sr. Nathan Arch was everything Joey Drew wasn't. He worked hard, built up from nothing, and never compromised his integrity. Joey had big dreams, but Nathan accomplished his own dreams. He and his wife Tessa raised a son with as much loving care as they could, despite Nathan's career pressures. Sadly, his son did not share Nathan's natural talent for business and enterprise. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Audrey's donut. No, you can't have it, Audrey. I love that. That's a funny little touch. And as the world of Dark Revival became more complex and established, we realized the Ink Demon's design needed a complete rethink to match our new tone. Previous versions of his appearance looked absolutely silly when placed in the world alongside the other characters. No amount of creepy music or screen effects could conceal how out of place he looked. The Ink Demon needed to look different than everything else in the world and show a natural progression of the Ink Demon's evolution as Wilson held the cycle in place. I suppose that makes sense. Like, the longer the cycle was not reset, the worse the demon would get, or the worse, like, it would look, or more demon-like it would become. Like, to me, that makes sense. Like, it's almost like he starts out looking more human and then just slowly becomes this monster. To me, that makes sense. Let's see. The Ink Machine, designed by Thomas Connor of the Gent Corporation, stolen by Joey Drew, retrieved by Archgate, and once again reclaimed by Gent. The Ink Machine's next adventure is a mystery. So Thomas Connor designed the Ink Machine. That I didn't know. That's interesting. That's the Tom over here. This one. Tom is Allison's silent protector and the only Boris clone involved in the main story. Where is Boris the Wolf? Rumor has it that during the events of the game, Boris is experiencing a dark survival story of his own, which we will check out in probably my next video or next couple videos. Amanda the Adventurer 2 just dropped, so I might be taking a break from Bendy to go check that out, but we'll see. So Allison, returning for another victory over the Ink Demon, Allison is always the voice of reason, a beacon of hope. Allison's design was carefully upgraded from the previous Bendy and the Ink Machine game to maintain her personality, but with more fidelity, which makes sense. The purpose of meeting Allison so early in the campaign was to introduce the player to a familiar face after the main introduction, which I appreciated. That was really cool to see her right away. At the start, Allison was able to serve as the motivating force for Audrey until the true plot kicked in later, which makes sense. In the man, the myth, the legend himself, the original cycle breaker, Henry Stein is the ghost of a man who lost his purpose years ago. Once fueled with finding a way to escape the tortures of the Ink Demon and finding his way home to his wife, Henry is now left with the cold reality of being a recreation of the person he thought he was. That I want to learn how he learns about that. Like, that I want that story, and I hope we get it in the DLC. Let's see. Saved as a special surprise for fans of the Bendy and the Ink Machine game, Henry was strictly omitted from all public discussion of the character during the entire production, which spanned several years. But Henry returned with a very satisfying face reveal. Very true. It was so cool to see him. I had missed him quite a lot. Henry is a kind-hearted rogue with courage, determination, some flaws, and a deep dark past. To make our story work, we needed a newcomer to the cartoon studio world, and Audrey was the perfect fresh eyes to help experience the adventure. what? To help experience the adventure. From day one of production, we knew that if people didn't connect with Audrey by the end of the game itself wouldn't be successful. Fortunately, she turned out to be quite memorable indeed and stands out from the other members of the cast. Wonderful. Wilson cartoon. Wilson was a difficult character to balance. At first, the players are purposefully led to believe he is a one-note character, obviously evil with an over-the-top villain personality, but as the story progresses, we see other sides of the character, and the player becomes muddled with who this man really is. Yeah, I mean, yes, like it's yes, like he starts out as that one note villain. You think he's gonna be that. You think it's like, oh yeah, it's obvious. It's too obvious. Like he can't be the villain. And it's like, no, he's just actually evil at the end. I don't know. In one draft written, Wilson was written as a servant of Nathan Arch Jr., a separate character at the time. But the story made far more sense when the two characters became one, eliminating a lot of needless narrative complexity. Yeah, that makes sense. So he's technically Nathan Arch Jr. So, yeah. I mean, I think we knew that already. Harold, too much dry air, not enough fish food. Rest in peace. Our Butcher Gang, Barley, Charlie, and Edgar, the three original members of the Butcher Gang, were formed from the ink machine, deconstructed by Alice Angel for body parts, and bond together to stay alive, with sneak attacks on their prey. In Dark Revival, we meet an artificial fourth member of the gang, Carly, the ghost girl, although when you begin to examine her closely, Carly appears to only be a shell, with perhaps someone inside. Which, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Because, yeah, you got our classic gang. I don't really like their designs that much in this version. I almost prefer their old version, or the old version of them. Yeah, I can kind of see it's a kind of a hollow shell type. She's got the claw hands. Yeah. Wilson's deadly guards and scientists, they aren't perfect, but the keepers will get the job done no matter the cost. They are responsible for pressing the ink demon inside a smaller form, keeping his power sealed away until Audrey came along and unknowingly changed the situation. The keepers were visually designed to reflect the dangers and evils of the ink machine itself, faceless beings made of gears and wires, with no sense of morality, ordered around like cattle, a creation living without purpose. Yes, yes, yummy. Let me see. Sammy Lawrence, the famous music composer of the studio, Sammy Lawrence originally had a slightly larger role in the story of Dark Revival, but in a story already filled with so many characters, making them all play a meaningful part became a challenge. He was ultimately sidelined in favor of telling a more coherent storyline. Although it is interesting to note that Sammy Lawrence appears to have mastered the flow ability in Bendy and the Ink Machine long before Porter and Audrey could wield it. Or weld it. I mean, wield it is... that's a typo. True, he was able to do that last, in that first game. Is she moving? Or am I moving? I can't tell if she's breathing. Or if I'm just breathing. And okay, I'm gonna assume it's me that's moving. The self-appointed queen of the studio, Alice Angel is one of the most memorable faces in the Bendy world, forever lost in a tide of insanity. She is an absolute delight to write for as a character. An angel with many layers, time will only tell if this inky temptress will ever reappear. I hope she does. I really like her. Ruler of a sewer cult, Lord of Muck illustrates how the world of the ink had continued to develop into different societies deep within the darkest places. Though he was weak in a fight, his name will simply never die. Which, I mean, is kind of the idea. See, it's interesting, because, like, in the original game, the cycle was reset quickly enough for stuff like this to not occur. So, I don't know, it's weird. Or maybe we're just seeing more or different spots of it. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Chip Ahoy Dudley. The demented invention of Wilson, created to serve the dual purpose of dethroning the ink demon in the cartoon world and also upstaging Jerry Drew in the eyes of Wilson's father, Nathan Arch. Neither of these happened. Chip Ahoy Dudley is a mysterious sailor with his own eerie grin, similar to that of Bendy, along with his sidekick, Crackle the Crab. It is unknown just what kind of cartoon adventures they would have had together. To be honest, it looks like he made that in 5 minutes, and there's just too many details on him. Like, the fingerless, or the fingertip-less gloves, the dimples, too many teeth. I don't know, there's just a lot of details, and if you were a 2D animator at this time, and having to draw all those details, that would have been a pain in the butt. King Widow, Ink Widows have begun to infest where the light grows darkest. Their king, the biggest and most feared, will only emerge from his nest when its young are threatened. Lurker. The Lurker, or Steve as he became to be known, was originally created as a brute type enemy that would free roam the way the Lost Ones do, but ultimately felt unnecessary as the random ink demon encounters already fulfilled the role of putting the player on edge while exploring previous traversed locations. In the end, the Lurker found a much better calling as an unlikely ally, effectively expanding him into more than just a typical enemy. I'm really glad they went with that, because I really like Steve. I think he's cool. That was cool. I enjoyed that a lot. This has been Lady Alicia. I hope you've enjoyed the playthrough. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Next time, I'm not quite sure what we'll do. I want to play this game again. Get a second playthrough under my belt where we get some more achievements. And check out the Halloween stuff going on. I didn't see any of it in this last like half hour of me recording, but I'm sure we'll come across some elements of that in a second playthrough and get some of those achievements as well. Otherwise we have to wait a year. So maybe I'll go back in the first game and do that as well. Maybe I'll make a separate video for just that stuff. Then we obviously have Boris in the Dark Survival. They alluded to that just a little bit ago. Bendy Secrets of the Machine is free to play right now. Probably will play that one after Boris in the Dark Survival. I'm debating on which of the two I'd play first. And then, as I said before, Amanda the Adventurer 2 just dropped yesterday, and I'd love to make a video about those games as well. There's only just the two, because that is a really fun mascot horror game as well. So, with that in mind, I will see y'all again in the next video. See you real soon.